Can you believe it, folks? The transfer window is about to slam shut, and we've already seen some jaw-dropping moves. With over £500 million spent so far, this has been one of the wildest transfer windows in history. I'm talking about the likes of Manchester United, Liverpool, and Arsenal making some serious splashes in the market. But what does it all mean for the top teams? Let's dive in. The transfer window is always a thrilling time for football fans, and this season is no exception. With the Premier League table heating up, teams are looking to bolster their squads to make a push for the top. Arsenal, currently sitting at the top with 70 points, will be looking to maintain their lead, while Manchester City and Manchester United will be trying to close the gap. But it's not just about the top teams. The transfer window can be a game-changer for mid-table teams like Everton, who are looking to revamp their squad after a disappointing start to the season. And with the news of Lewis Skelly's update and McNeil's revival, it's clear that the Toffees are looking to shake things up. The question is, which teams will make the right moves to secure their spot in the top four? Let's take a closer look at some of the key transfers that have happened so far. Manchester United's signing of Jadon Sancho was a major coup, and his pace and skill on the wing will be a nightmare for opposing teams to deal with. Meanwhile, Liverpool's acquisition of Thiago Alcantara has given them a much-needed boost in midfield, and his creativity and vision will be crucial in their push for the top. And what about Aston Villa's signing of Emiliano Martinez? The Argentine goalkeeper has been a revelation, and his shot-stopping ability has been a major factor in Villa's impressive start to the season. But what about the teams that have been quiet in the transfer window? Will they regret not making some big moves? For example, Tottenham Hotspur's lack of activity in the transfer market has been puzzling, especially considering their inconsistent form this season. It's clear that the Lily Whites need to strengthen their squad if they want to compete with the likes of Manchester City and Liverpool. Let's take a look at some of the recent results that have shaken up the table. Crystal Palace's 0-0 draw with Leeds United was a disappointing result for both teams, but it's clear that Palace are struggling to find their scoring touch. Meanwhile, Manchester United's 3-1 win over Aston Villa was a statement victory, and it's clear that the Red Devils are on the rise. And what about the top five? Arsenal are sitting pretty at the top with 70 points, but Manchester City are hot on their heels with 61 points. The gap between the top two and the rest of the pack is starting to widen, but there's still plenty of time for the likes of Manchester United, Aston Villa, and Liverpool to make a push for the top. The upcoming matches, such as AFC Bournemouth vs Manchester United and Brighton and Hove Albion vs Liverpool, will be crucial in determining the fate of these teams. For instance, if Manchester United can secure a win against Bournemouth, they will be just a point behind Aston Villa and will have a great chance of breaking into the top four. As an expert, I'm predicting that the transfer window will have a major impact on the final standings. I think Manchester United will make a late push for the top four, and their signing of Sancho will be a key factor in their success. Meanwhile, I think Liverpool will struggle to keep up with the pace of the top two, despite their impressive win over Tottenham. And what about the relegation battle? I think Fulham will narrowly avoid the drop, but it's going to be a nail-biting finish to the season. The transfer window has been a wild ride so far, but it's clear that the teams that made the right moves will be the ones that come out on top. For example, Everton's signing of McNeil could be a masterstroke, as the young winger has already shown his quality in the Premier League. On the other hand, Tottenham's lack of activity in the transfer market could cost them dearly, as they are already struggling to keep up with the pace of the top teams. But what about the bigger picture? The transfer window isn't just about the Premier League, it's also about the World Cup. With the 2026 tournament just around the corner, national teams will be keeping a close eye on the performances of their players in the Premier League. Will the likes of Harry Kane and Raheem Sterling be able to lead their teams to success, and will that translate to success on the international stage? The transfer window has given us a glimpse into what the future might hold, and it's clear that the Premier League will play a major role in shaping the fortunes of national teams around the world. For instance, the performance of English players in the Premier League will be crucial in determining the team's chances in the World Cup. If players like Kane, Sterling, and Sancho can perform well in the Premier League, it will be a huge boost to England's chances in the World Cup. So, what do you think, folks? Who will be the biggest winners and losers of the transfer window? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more expert analysis and predictions. The transfer window may be closing, but the drama is just getting started. Who will make the final push for the top four? Will it be Manchester United, Aston Villa, or Liverpool? Let me know your predictions, and let's get the conversation started. And if you're feeling lucky, why not try your hand at some of the best offshore casinos in the USA, such as Wild Casino or Bet Online? You could win big and make your football predictions come true.